Welcome back to Joe Stunner Boxing. Claressa Shields, what are we going to do with her? She defended her undisputed heavyweight title at the weekend, beating Lonnie Daniels. Beating her convincingly, but Daniels in the second half of the fight decided she wanted to have a scrap, tried to put it on Shields, but Shields clearly won the fight. And afterwards, of course, the obvious question was, where are you going next? Who are you fighting next? Are you going to go down and fight, I don't know, maybe a rematch with Franchon Cruz-Dezurn, who holds one of the super middleweight belts? What about Shalaysha Green, who won in my opinion, a controversial decision over Savannah Marshall? What do you fancy? The answer is, according to Claressa, she wants to fight LAILA Ali. Okay, Muhammad Ali's daughter. Now, I can understand if LAILA Ali wants to fight Claressa Shields, because especially after Shields dared to try to compare herself to Muhammad Ali, Layla's father. She was approaching the almost to be compared with Muhammad Ali. Absolute bullshit. Completely narcissistic, clout-chasing guff from Miss Shields. But LAILA Ali, let's go through a few facts, shall we? She retired 18 years ago. 18 years ago. Was it 18 years ago? Yes, it was 18 years ago. With 24 wins in 21 KOs, no draws, no defeats. She is 47 years old, okay? And she beat people like, that predated the current incarnation of women's boxing. Good names like Gwendolyn O'Neill. She beat her twice. Actually knocked her out twice. And Gwendolyn wasn't a bad little fighter. Valerie Mahfoud, she beat her. I think she stopped her. She wasn't a bad fighter either. Christy Martin is the biggest name on her resume, but Christy was in no shape or form ever going to win that fight because she was simply too small. It would be like putting Katie Taylor in with Claressa, a truly stupid idea. But there are no real... I mean, she had that fight with Jackie Fraser-Lyde, Joe Frazier's daughter. That was good fun. And she won a majority decision. I thought she'd batter Jackie Fraser-Lyde, but no. Jackie did really well. Actually, she made it a lot of fun. And it was weird because whereas Layla's father, Muhammad Ali, was the trash talker and the sharp wit, and Joe Frazier was the quieter one, the roles were reversed. Jackie Fraser-Lyde, very sharp-witted, taking the piss. I remember on, what was it called, Friday Night Fights, when they did a little link-up with them, and Jackie had a pair of trainers on, a little running shoes. I got your shoes here, lady. I know you're going to run. And Layla was just, she took the Joe Frazier role, which was to be quiet and say a few pointed things, but that was it. But that fight weren't bad. If you have a look at that fight, it's a good bit of fun. But clearly her career predated the current, flying version of women's boxing, which is making huge strides. Layla was just in the wrong era. And she retired, no problem, 2007. She retired undefeated. She won world titles, including the WBC super middleweight title. I think she won, was it the WIBA, was it called? Women's International Boxing Association. She won a couple of their titles. And she had a decent enough career. But now we come to Claressa Shields wanting her to come out of her 18-year retirement at the age of 47 and fight her. Now, I understand that this is prize fighting, but we're really talking Jake Paul versus 58-year-old Mike Tyson here, aren't we? All pretty damn close to it. She wants the name. She wants to say, this is Claressa, wants to say, I've beaten the crap out of Muhammad Ali's daughter, which when you consider Layla, where she is in her life, middle-aged and retired and not thrown a punch in anger for God knows how many years, for nearly 2 decades, Claressa probably should beat her up. Because for the same reason that Jake Paul was able to embarrass Mike Tyson. If there's enough money on the table, the fight will probably happen. But if you are the greatest woman of all time, do you really, really have to fight retirees who haven't been in a ring for nearly 2 decades? Is that what you're basing your greatness on? Yeah, you can make money out of it. She's a name, etc., etc. But don't you have any, I don't know, personal dignity? You've already dominated a division, the heavyweight division, where there are virtually no fighters in it, and you're walking around calling yourself the undisputed heavyweight champion. You really want to fight someone who's not quite old enough to be your mother, but getting there. A middle-aged woman who's been retired for nearly 20 years. You want to fight that. You call that greatness, do you? Can you see Katie Taylor doing something like that? What about Amanda Serrano? What about some of the youngsters, Lauren Price, or, I don't know, Ellie Scottney, or Baumgardner, or, you know, Gabriela Fundora? You know, I mean, can you see any of these terrific female fighters wanting to fight someone who's been retired for 20 years and then comes out and says, yeah, and by the way, I'm the greatest person that's ever done it? This seems to me to be absolute cast iron guff. Absolute, I can't even find the word. Put the word below in the comments section if you can think of it. What is this? I mean, with Claressa, it's the old line about, you know, if you gave her an enema, you could bury her in a matchbox. She's so full of it. And if this fight happens, and it may well happen, because someone's going to throw money at it, I suppose, 2 big names, they'll probably promote it as some sort of, you know, cross-generational contest. You know, I think it's a lot of crap. I really do. I think, I mean, does anyone out there really give a fiddler's wank about Laila Ali coming out of retirement to fight Claressa Shields? Do any of you care? I know a lot of you don't care about women's boxing anyway. And to be honest with you, if this is an advert for it, I wouldn't blame you. Actually, I support women's boxing, and if you follow the channel, you will know I'm a big supporter of women's boxing. I'm a big supporter of boxing. I don't care whether it's men or women. But this is misfit stuff. This is Floyd Mayweather versus, you know, Conor McGregor. This is Jake Paul versus the ancient Mike Tyson. This is nonsense, basically. So let me know what you think. Comments below. Give me your opinion. And if you enjoyed this video, hit that like button. And yeah, you know, join us. Subscribe to the channel. Go on. It takes a second and costs you fuck all. Why not? You're a generous person. Of course you are. Looking forward to reading your comments. Bye for now.